Okay, you guys are live and feel free to start when you're ready.
Perfect. I see people slowly dropping in. Welcome, everybody, to the launch of the 5th edition of the Positive Impact Rating. My name is Carolin Lemke. I'm co-president of Oikos International and member of the Peer Supervisory Board. And I'm very happy to present the results of the 2024 Positive Impact Rating together with Thomas Dyllick.
Yes, welcome from my side as well. I'm a professor emeritus from University of St. Gallen in Switzerland, co-founder of the Positive Impact Rating and also a member of its supervisory board. Now let's start with presenting the results of this year's Positive Impact Rating. Traditional rankings serve a single purpose to measure and rank business schools against each other. The peer, the Positive Impact Rating, is different and it is unique. The peer is designed to serve a dual purpose. It rates business schools by levels and alphabetically. It does not rank them. And it empowers business schools to measure, manage, and report on their societal impact, thereby serving as a catalyst for school development and transformation. Now, this year, 88 schools participated in the 2024 Positive Impact Rating. That's 24% more of the schools than last year. 70% of them come from developed economies, 30% from developing economies. 70 schools were rated, and the average number of participating students is at 193 students per school. The minimum number we require remains at 100 students per school. Overall, we captured the voice of 15,222 students. This is 19% more than last year. 91% of the peer schools are prime signatories. 79% of the rated schools are ASCSB accredited, and 47 of them are EQUIS accredited.
So what is the Positive Impact Rating model and what does it encompass? The Positive Impact Rating is unique in a particular way. It seeks and reinforces the voice of students who are important current stakeholders of business schools, but more importantly, students as crucial stakeholders of the next generation that will inherit the state of this world. As in the previous years, the peer measures the Positive Impact Rating in 3 areas: energizing the school, educating responsible leaders, and engaging in society, which are broken down into 7 dimensions that you can see here on the slide. Looking at the resulting scores by the different peer dimensions, schools overall perform best in their governance and culture dimensions, which are marked in green on the slide. Learning programs and student support are assessed as average, marked in yellow. And in contrast, learning methods, but also serving as a role model and public engagement of the schools are perceived as relatively weak, marked in red. What can we learn from the rating results about increasing the school's impact? Ever since the beginning of the peer rating, the weakest dimension of the peer remains learning methods in the area of education. Students are pointing out that the teaching methods used at their schools are not up to the new challenges we face. They also don't see the schools as particularly effective role models, and they are not aware of their schools reporting on their responsibility and sustainability goals and performance either. Also in the public engagement dimension, students miss a high level of societal engagement in their school's faculty, staff, and students. And finally, if there is societal engagement by the school, they don't see it being recognized by the public. At the end of the 20-question peer survey, the students were asked 2 open questions. What do you want your school to stop and to start doing in order to improve their positive impact? And I want to share with you now the very insightful answers given by the students. Students are very clear in what they want their schools to stop doing in descending frequency, as you can see here on the slide. They want their school to reduce and get rid of waste on campus, in particular plastic and paper. Second, they want their schools to stop outdated, rigid, and lecture-based teaching methods. Third, students are urging their schools to stop ignoring student feedback on teaching and administrative practices. And fourth, stop focusing on theoretical knowledge. They also urge their schools to stop partnering with unethical companies. And finally, they want their schools to stop putting profit-driven education before student and environmental well-being. Students also express very clearly what their schools should start doing. Again, in descending frequency, they want to learn how to tackle practical problems in real-world projects. Second, responsibility and sustainability should be integrated broadly and deeply across the whole curriculum, holistically. They also want their schools to walk the talk with regard to sustainability and campus operations. And students have been asking for a long time already for innovation in the learning method. So the fourth point is that they explicitly demand integration of more experiential learning formats into their curriculum. Then they also ask to foster inclusivity and diversity among students and faculty. And lastly, they ask for more transparency and involvement in school decisions. These student requests are very revealing and compared to the past years, also somewhat repetitive. It seems like the school's responsiveness is fairly slow, a fairly slow process even, and certainly much slower than expected by the students. Also, these requests can be seen as a mirror of the challenges and developments we face in society overall. So to sum this up, their demands appear reasonable, and their schools should be able to learn and gain insights from them if they truly had the courage to listen to their students and, more broadly spoken, to youth in society.
Now, in this fifth edition of the Positive Impact Rating, 77 business schools met the requirement to be rated. As in the previous editions, the participating schools were grouped into 5 levels, 3 of which are published, and the schools are all listed alphabetically at each level to avoid a ranking, and with this, undue publicity for making negligible progress or regress. Now, if you look at level 5, what we call pioneering schools, you find 6 schools with an average score of 9.1 out of a scale of 10. The overall peer score is at 7.7. Now, if you look at these schools, all 6 of them come from developing economies. Quite surprising. 5 are from Asia, 2 come from Central and South America. The 4 Asian schools all come from India. They include IIM Bangalore, IIM Indore, SP Jain Institute of Management and Research, and Watson University, all in alphabetic order. Centrum comes from Peru, INCAE from Costa Rica. INCAE and IBM Indore deserve a special mention as they have accomplished a jump from level 4 to level 5. Quite a significant achievement. On level 4, what we call transforming schools, we find 43 schools with an average score of 7.8. Here, European schools are dominating with 22 schools, followed by 11 schools from North America, 6 schools from Asia, 3 schools from Africa, and 1 school from Central America. Now, you won't be able to read all of them, but you will find all of these names online. Don't worry. The level 3 progressing schools consist of 28 schools with an average score of 6.9. It includes 22 schools from Europe, 5 schools from North America, and 1 school from Asia. The Positive Impact Rating maintains its promise to feature only the best schools in the spirit of celebrating success, while we do not feature schools at level 2 or lower. How might the difference, the obvious difference in performance, be explained that we find between schools located in developing and in developed economies? Business schools located in India and other developing economies are in a very different context and function very differently from their peers in developed economies. They are directly confronted with societal problems and sustainability challenges. As a consequence, for example, in India, a social and community orientation has been part of the DNA of many business schools for a long time, often since their foundation. While business schools in the developed economies typically operate in a very different context. They operate in a context where social service institutions take care of societal problems, while they focus on contributing to business success. Contributing to societal problems is something many business schools located in developed economies are turning their attention to only recently. It may well be that business schools from the developed economies now have an opportunity to learn also something from their peers in the developing economies. Business schools are now confronted with another one, very different and a fast changing development. The changing expectations from their students. The 2024 GMAC Prospective Student Survey highlights the master candidates' strong desire to create societal impact through business and business schools. The importance of sustainability principles to master candidates in the GMAC study is striking. 68% of the prospective students say sustainability is important to their academic experience. Even more critical is that 36% of them say that they see this as a deal breaker for their choice of a school if their expectations are not met. And looking at the importance of sustainability by region, we learn that candidates from Africa and Asia, to the left side, are most likely to state that sustainability is important to their academic experience, while this is significantly less likely for candidates from Western Europe, USA, and Canada, here to the right. The peer has acted on these changes early on. It measures and highlights the differences in responsiveness to positive impact creation between the schools, while traditional rankings look at very different things. Now, there are several practical features that make the positive impact rating uniquely useful. There are standard features of the peer, like a personalized dashboard featuring the survey results in full detail and transparency, accessible for students and faculty alike. A two-page snapshot of the school results that can be downloaded from the dashboard to communicate the school results easily. More recently, the peer has started to offer specific add-ons that allow schools to use the positive impact rating survey for their specific needs. We started out with ASCSB compatible questions, which allow measuring the school's impact on their focal area, which schools need to define and report on for their ASCSB accreditation. We also offer school-specific questions each school can define for itself. For the past year, we offered to all schools to measure tentatively their fulfilling the new prime principles, as seen by their students. Here you see a summary view of the overall performance of the 70 peer and prime schools that received their results. You see the average result is at 7.8 on a 10-point scale. The highest area, the highest issue is purpose with 8.1. The second highest, the highest is teaching, 8.2, and purpose is the second highest with 8.1, while the lowest is partnering at 7.1. Now, we are particularly thrilled to announce at this prime meeting a new partnership between the peer and Prime to advance responsible management education worldwide. We think we can achieve a lot more working together, but there will be benefits for Prime signatory schools as well. We, peer, are offering an annual % discount for Prime schools that sign up for a 3-year commitment to the peer rating. For the next year, we're planning another 2 initiatives. We want to add an important second stakeholder group to the positive impact rating survey, the school faculty. A test run is planned for 2025, and we want to offer using selected peer survey questions to measure the school's meeting of oikos requirements, also a new add-on. Now let us close the 2024 peer launch and thank you for the trust that 102 global business schools have put in us during the past 5 years. We will continue to do our best to help you improve your societal impact. And we will further continue to engage you, the students. And we will do this now together with our friends from Prime. So thank you very much. And this is the end of the presentation. Thanks a lot.
Thank you all for joining also from my side. It was
Yes.
a pleasure.